Hey there, Zarfang here, and this is just an FYI before we get things started. If you're here for the picture, please skip all the way to the very end of the video. I worked way too hard for it to be skipped completely because throughout the entire hour of this video, I'm just talking, and the talking distracts me to the point where I only get the first 3 characters done. Kind of, it's just being Mario, Goombella, and Koops. I'd really appreciate it if you would check out the picture at the very end. The timestamp for the picture is right here, and the timestamps for all the topics are going to be right here. I just want to respect everyone's time. I know not everyone has time to watch an hour-long video, so I really appreciate it if you at least just check out the picture, because it's really good, in my opinion. But without further ado, hope you enjoy. Greetings, everyone. It's been a little bit since I've done one of these, but welcome to the 3rd Heart to Art video on my channel. So another Nintendo Direct happened. I don't want that to be the biggest focus for this discussion, though, because that was the big focus of the last one. It was pretty much just all my opinions on all of the Nintendo Direct stuff. There's really only one thing from the Nintendo Direct that I want to talk about, and let's just say 7,500 of you already know. Today, I wasn't planning on doing, like my usual, get 2 Smash Bros. Characters and, mash them up. I actually want to do a Paper Mario themed picture. Unfortunately, I don't have a perfect idea of what I want to do. The farthest my brain can go is just drawing all the characters in like some sort of celebratory picture. I don't know. That's as far as my brain has gone. We'll figure it out as we go. I'm usually decent at doing that. So for those who don't know what a Heart to Art video is, it's pretty much where I pick something to draw for you guys and I talk about certain topics on my channel. Most of the time it'll be related to video game stuff. I've been trying to figure out things that I could talk about. Other than that, can be hard because it is one of my biggest hobbies. So just it is what it is, and I hope a lot of you are gamers because we're gonna be talking about lots of video game related stuff. But before we get to talking, I want to figure out what we're drawing. This is such a scuffed video. Fortunately, I have the power of editing. Obviously, we're gonna have the big man Mario himself, Goombella, Koops, Flurry, Yoshi, Vivian, Blobbery, and Miss Mouse, obviously. So all of the partners, that'd be ideal. Maybe some Luigi, maybe. No, we obviously have to throw Luigi in there. All right. So when I draw Mario, I always like to start with his hat. Is that a good start? Not exactly what Paper Mario's hat looks like, so might change it. I do like to just get a feel for what I'm drawing before I get into the topics and stuff like that. So I hope you guys are patient. Just give me like a solid couple minutes. That was terrible. All right, so now that I am kind of seeing where my Paper Mario is going, let's get into some topics, shall we? First 2 topics that I have today, they are a little more on the sad side, so I just kind of wanted to get them out of the way. First one is regarded to the Unity engine stuff. And so I'm not going to get too deep into that because that's a whole giant thing right now. And if you're in the gaming sphere, you probably already know. But for those who aren't, Unity is a game engine where you make games and people, pay for subscriptions to use the tools and they make games with them. And there's many games that get made with Unity. so much so that it rivals Unreal Engine. But there was a financial decision that they made that kind of set the world on fire, in a metaphorical sense, regarding like a 20-cent charge fee for anyone who downloads your game. So let's say that you make a game on Unity and it becomes really big. Each download costs 20 cents to you, and you know, that was a big deal, and that counted for re-downloads, like cross console downloads, piracy, you know, just all sorts of stuff. And if your game, if people didn't like you, they would have the ability to constantly install and uninstall and reinstall the games, keep charging you money. And you know, there was a whole big worry about that so many people dropped out of, you know, making games on Unity. It seems like Unity has come out with an apology and they're rethinking their strategy. I haven't looked too much into that part, but it still doesn't sound good. So that's all I know about it. I'm scared, to be honest. I have a couple of Unity games, one of them being Beat Saber, for sure. I wanted to get into Hollow Knight for the channel. Well, I still can. I'm just kind of waiting for all my other projects to be finished. I feel like his nose isn't quite right, so we're gonna retry the nose. So that's the whole situation with Unity. Developers are pretty scared. You know, gamers are kind of scared. So it's a whole situation. A lot of people are switching over to Unreal Engine, and that's as far as I really know. There's not going to be a whole lot of room for his face. Okay, hold on. I can fix this. So a lot of trial and error in this video series if you're new to my art videos. And the next bit of sad news is actually also Mario related. And you know, this has been out for a little while. I haven't had my feelings expressed for this, but it's regarding Charles Martinet. And for anyone who doesn't know who Charles Martinet is, he's the person who voices all the Mario characters. Well, not all of them, but the plumbers specifically. Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi. And he's been sadly replaced, and I'm not even sure he knows why. That's very unfortunate. I've heard the new voices to an extent. I don't remember what Luigi's voice sounds like off the top of my head, but I remember Mario and Wario's specifically. Mario's voice sounds good. It sounds good. I don't like the Wario voice. There is something very not traditional about his voice. And if there is any voice that I feel like Charles had like the most fun with and he was most proud of, it was Wario, for sure. So yeah, at least that's my current opinion on Wario. And we heard a little bit of that in the new WarioWare game. That's just my opinion. A lot of people might like it. It's just, it doesn't sound like Wario to me. With Mario, it actually sounds fairly good. Okay, this is hard. I'm making this quite hard. So yes, I am very sad about the whole Charles Martinet thing. I actually did cry about that one. Now, my heart is still recovering from that. It's not like he died or anything, but still, I'm gonna miss him very much. I know you're not watching, Charles, but you know, I just want to put it out there. But thank you very much for all of your inclusion in Mario's great adventures and all of the plumbers that came with it. It has been a cornerstone in my childhood, if I'm gonna be honest. And I only wish you, happy future adventures in other ways. And I know you'll continue the spirit of Mario wherever you go. And I just want to say thank you. That got deep. If I'm gonna be honest. Woo. I'm almost done with my Splatoon and Sonic series. I know, it's kind of crazy. It has been a year-long project to work on the Splatoon 3 story mode and Sonic Frontiers story, to the point where I'm almost embarrassed to keep posting them. It's like Splatoon sounded like one of the easiest things to just play and then upload. But I have such a bad habit of trying to fish, good edits out of like dead parts of my recording, because it was recorded a year ago. My character development on camera hasn't been great in the start. It got okay in the Sonic videos, but when I was starting out in Splatoon, it's not great in my opinion, and that's mostly I'm just fighting myself on trying to just get it done. But I'm almost done with the series. I just got to get like the Big Man episode and the final section done. And for Sonic, I'm nearly done with the Wyvern fight. We're gonna go to the next island and fight the Night Titan. We're gonna mostly skim over Island 4 because a lot of it's filler. We're gonna obviously do the cutscenes, but it's a lot of platforming filler, and I fall a lot. So, we're gonna probably skip Island 4. And then we're gonna get into Island 5, beat the game, and we're gonna call it a day. So I'm predicting 2 more Splatoon episodes and 3 more Sonic episodes. And then I'll be free. I'll be free. And in regards to the DLC, the Sonic Frontiers DLC is coming soon. I don't think I'm going to be recording it. I'm very sorry. I will play it. I'm not going to record it. Same with the Splatoon side order. Probably not going to record that one either. If I am, it's going to be 1 episode. 1. And that's all I'm giving myself. If I am going to return to Splatoon, it is going to be in the form of online games if any of my friends want to play. So, if any of my friends are watching, hook me up, So this next section, there is a reason why this picture is going to be Paper Mario themed. Although I'm noticing that with the amount of work that I'm putting myself through, this one's going to take a while. But I got famous for a day, rather 4 or 5 days, I want to say. And is due to a certain Nintendo announcement that I still can't process correctly. I can't even begin to tell you how much this means to me. Paper Mario The 1,000-Year Door is getting a remake. And I can't believe that I am uttering those words. I physically can't. 1,000-Year Door. It has been known to be the most renowned, most popular Mario RPG probably in existence. I don't know if it beats Bowser's Inside Story for people. Really depends. I don't know. But as far as I'm aware, 1,000-Year Door is the Mario RPG game. It's the most well-known, and it is the most adored, let's say. Now, I've mentioned before, or at least I actually don't know if I've ever posted it yet, but somewhere in one of my videos I talk about my recollection of my first few video games. And I can't exactly tell you what my first video game was. It's either Spyro, Mario Sunshine, Kingdom Hearts 1, maybe Mario Kart Double Dash. I couldn't tell you what my very first video game was. I'm almost leaning between Spyro and Mario Sunshine. But I will tell you what my very first video game that I ever owned, and that was Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. That was the first game I've ever owned. It was given to me by my loving parents on my 5th birthday. And if I recall correctly, if I can do my math, that was in 2007, I think. Pretty sure. That game, it's one of my most favorite games that I can think of. One of them. Now, if it's one of those situations where, like, if someone ever asks you what your favorite movie is or what your favorite song is, you usually pick the movies and music that you're listening to recently. So I kind of feel that same way about games. If you were to ask me what my favorite video games are, it's probably going to change from time to time. Like, I would have said Smash, I would have said Kingdom Hearts, then I have, you know, Tears of the Kingdom, you know, ARMS, Astral Chain, you know, just so many games, you know, Paper Mario. And, you know, it's just, it is so hard to pick. You know, the Pikmin series, it's so hard to pick one. And I literally can't. It shaped a lot of my childhood. It has to be Thousand Year Door. Thousand Year Door has so many memories attached to it for me. Let's just draw his body, why don't we? So when I say that I got famous for a few days, I literally can't believe that my reaction to the remake of Thousand Year Door got 7,500 views. 7.5 thousand people who don't know me. People who are just now seeing me. And I can't fathom that. I really can't. And when I posted that video, I was at 23 subscribers. I am now at 39. 39 as of right now, as of recording. That is 16 extra subscribers. Now, those aren't record-breaking numbers. Not the point. Those are 16 people that decided to tune into my stuff because of my reaction to Thousand Year Door. And that means something to me. And I just want to say how much I appreciate you guys. And I hope you guys stick with me for a little bit. I hope you guys see the quality that I have the potential to bring, because this isn't something that YouTube isn't something that I joke around about. Now, the quality of my videos is subjective, but I really am trying my hardest. Every day I am working on something to an extent, whether it is a picture for something related to a video, whether it's recording, trimming, you name it. I hardly ever have any 0 days when it comes to editing. And part of why a lot of it takes a long time is because I am trying to fish, you know, edits out of, you know, not so good recordings. And you'll see that a lot in my Splatoon videos and in my Sonic videos, and maybe you'll even see it in my more modern ones when I'm more tired. I feel quite tired today. I don't know if I'm getting his body shape correctly. I feel dumb. Am I dumb? Please don't say yes. But when it comes to Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, it is a very, very charming, heartwarming game. And it's also very cool. Like, you expect Mario to be, you know, like over the top, cutesy, you know, very, you know, like just for kids kind of thing. Usually, the Thousand Year Door takes it to a crazy amount of it takes it in crazy directions you wouldn't expect in Mario games. And this is something that modern Paper Mario games just don't understand about the Thousand Year Door, but they might be starting to. Because I mean, picture this. You know Mario as it is, right? You know, you get the Goombas and the turtles, and you know you got to save the princess, and you know it's a happy-go-lucky, you know, kind of thing. You get some mushrooms, you get big, you get a fire flower, you throw fireballs. It's very cartoony, you know, none of it's logical in the slightest. What if you just kind of didn't go that direction? You'd get Paper Mario, and especially Thousand Year Door, because the very first area you ever get into in Thousand Year Door is a place called Rogueport. Emphasis on Rogueport. Okay. Not, you know, Happy Flower Town, Gummy Bear Train Station. No, none of that. We're in Rogueport. We're in a place where you get mugged if you mess up. The main center of the area has a noose. There is a noose in a Mario game. And you know, you got bandits stealing your money. You got bloopers living in the sewers. It's all sorts of weird stuff. And I love it. It's just a bunch of stuff you wouldn't expect in a Mario game. And every character, even the non-playable characters, NPCs, they all have personality. They all, like, even the most basic Goombas have like a hat or something, and they're like one of them's named Goomfree. It's not called, his name's not Goomba, it's Goomfree. They have names, which is something that the new Paper Mario's avoided for some reason. I don't get it. And just the story and the combat, it's all very well fleshed out. It was made by people who like really cared for, you know, what they were making, and you just really have to wonder what happened. Now, I'm not saying that the new ones are bad. I'd be an absolute liar if I didn't enjoy Color Splash and Origami King to an extent. In a vacuum, they are charming games. They are cute. And, you know, they tried to get creative with the combat system. The games were mostly just lacking character, and everything had to be a paper pun, unfortunately. That was another nice thing about the old Paper Mario games. Yes, the world is made of paper, but no one really acknowledged it. Like, imagine, you know, it's just a constant fourth wall break that is just not necessary. And, you know, when Mario got, you know, paper related powers, being able to like turn skinny or roll up or turn into a paper boat or airplane, it was like superpowers. Like, yes, you're made of paper, but he didn't know that until he actually started doing that stuff. Like, but in the new ones, everyone gets crumpled up, torn, ripped up, snipped, you know, just a bunch of papery stuff. And everyone is very well aware that their world is made of paper, and it's just something. It's something that the new games it doesn't make sense. Like, why do we have to do this? Why is the paper? Bro, Paper Mario is easy to draw, unless I'm smoking. But yeah, just a remake of arguably the best Paper Mario being made. It's something that absolutely no one foresaw. Even if you told me that the game was leaked and the leaks were true and there's evidence, there's 0% chance I would have believed you. I'd be like, yeah, right, bud, okay, have fun with that, sure. And yet here we are. We could have settled for a remaster. I'm just saying, we could have settled for a remaster. They didn't want to. They didn't want to settle on a remaster. And I have a theory as to why it possibly is a remake. And I feel like the Paper Mario team is taking the criticism of the new games quite to heart. And I think they're finally caving. They're like, okay, yeah, the stuff isn't working. Let's try to get back on track with Paper Mario. And it's very possible that they are remaking this game, but also using it as a way to reverse engineer what made this game so good and why it's so beloved. So as they're making the remake, they're also studying how to make a new one. That's my theory, at least. I feel like that's possibly why they went the remake route. Very possible. I mean, it's very weird that they didn't choose to do a remake of Paper Mario 64. And that's just one of those reasons why I think maybe that's why they went for a remake for Thousand Year Door. And there's another theory that I have that would be very, very cool if they did this. Because, you know, if you look at the Alpha Dream Mario games, the Mario and Luigi games, for the remakes, they tend to try and add like a little side story to the game. And it's very well possible that they might try to do something similar with this game. And I think they could try to do a side game for Paper Luigi. I only say that because in Thousand Year Door, there are these sequences in the story where Luigi pops up and he has like a random partner with him, whether that's like the orange blooper or the weird fire looking guy. I don't know what he is. Couple other partners, I don't remember them off the top of my head. Imagine if they tried to make a side game featuring him and those partners. That would make me extremely happy. Now I know this video has been mostly talking about Paper Mario. I apologize, but that is pretty much the topic of this video. You know, I wasn't really planning on letting you guys know about this, but since I'm kind of planning on changing my mind, or at least for the moment, I was actually going to start my channel playing Paper Mario 64 because I've never actually played that game. And the reason being is that, well, I love N64 games, but I never in my life have ever actually played an actual N64. And if I ever played any N64 games, it was because they got re-released or remade or ported or something like that. Thousand Year Door and Super Paper Mario were like the only Paper Marios that I ever really played, other than Color Splash and Origami King. And I guess Paper Jam, if you count that one. I was about to start playing Paper Mario 64 on the channel, but I didn't like my my initial recording. It was like one of my very first videos that I wanted to work on, and there was just I didn't do a very good job, and commentating on a turn-based RPG seems hard to me. But now that I've grown, I'm willing to give it another shot. I really want to play the game, but I've been saving it for a possible retry on the channel, and that's what I'm thinking about doing it. I'm not promising anything though, because promising stuff led me into a situation where Splatoon and Sonic have been the forefront of my channel, and I've been trying to get them out of the way. I also promised to record Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. I still haven't finished that game. The last time I played it was the last time I recorded it, and I haven't even posted any of it. So that's another, you know, turn-based tactical RPG kind of thing that I find hard to commentate, which is why I feel like turning into a YouTube series, especially a condensed, shortened one, it's very hard for me. So I need you guys to bear with me and know that I don't deal in absolutes. I'm very sorry. There was a part in my reaction video There's quite a bit of my video that actually got scuffed. I did fix a lot of it, and I made it an unlisted video in the comments. It was just unsynced, and I randomly disappeared in the middle of the video, but I fixed it. But I didn't want to replace the current one because the current one was doing so well. So, you know, I just, whatever. But there was a part where they showed the date, and it said 2024, and a couple of people online and even my mom and brother thought I said 2014. You're giving us a 2014 with no specific day. Ah! What I meant to say was 2024 date. I said you're giving us a 2024 date with no specific day. I think that's what I was saying. But it's just funny that people heard 2014. Also, another thing that kind of baffles me about this 1000 Year Door remake is that like nothing in this game is being, I guess the word is like censored, because like there's a lot of things in this game that are weird. I mean, a lot of people thought that they were going to censor the fact that there's a noose in the game, which, I mean, that's fair. I could understand that, but no, it's actually still in the game. Nothing was like removed or replaced except like voice, text dialogue. Like there's this weird thing where like Bowser would normally call someone an airhead, but in the trailer it says lunk head. Is that like an actual phrase? I've never heard the words lunk head like put together, so I'm like kind of confused. Don't want to talk about this for too long, but I'm just gonna say little surprised that they actually still kept let's just say I'm surprised they kept Flurry the way that she is. I'll leave it at that. So next topic, we're gonna get off of Paper Mario for a little bit. I don't know if we'll revisit it. Chances are we will. But there's been news that Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is in fact not getting any DLC expansions, and like a lot of my brain thinks that's like complete bull. I'm just saying, why wouldn't they want to milk the living heck out of their biggest game in years? I'm just saying. They're very well could be that they lied to keep it a secret, but then again maybe not, because I mean they said that they had all of their ideas put into this game, and again I'm like, yeah, I'm not so sure. I mean, the fact that the game doesn't have a master mode kinda like confuses me a little bit. And you know, there's a certain, you know, there's a certain thing you get at the end of the game when you get all the shrines. You know, it's kind of a giant lore drop that definitely kind of feels like it deserves its own game. So if there is going to be a Breath of the Wild 3, I don't want there to be a Breath of the Wild 3, but if there is gonna be one, I want it to focus on that certain character. I'm just saying, and I'm trying to keep it spoiler free, but there is just a certain character you find out about when you beat all the shrines, and I just want the game to mostly focus on that character. You know, not a lot of people have considered this possibility. You know, like people are thinking, oh well, it's not getting a DLC because they're already working on Breath of the Wild 3 or something like that. But it's very well possible that they're just whatever this next step for Zelda is, very well could easily be put into the next Hyrule Warriors game. Just saying, it's very possible, especially if it's based on that Breath of the Wild mural with Zelda, Ganondorf, and that thing we thought was Link, but you know, very well could be a different Link. Just saying. Was that too spoilery within itself? I don't know. Just get all the shrines, or I don't know. I feel like that could be translated into a Hyrule Warriors game fairly easily, so it's very possible, very possible. So again, more possible future videos that I want to work on, but I still won't promise anything because I haven't worked on any of it yet. The next two series that I really want to work on is Pikmin 4 and Tears of the Kingdom. As I have stated in my last art video, Tears of the Kingdom, my recordings have unfortunately suffered from an audio bug that I seemingly cannot fix. So everything's gonna sound a little robotic. It's especially bad in the cutscenes, but those I can replace. So hopefully you guys don't mind. I really hope not. And I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to keep the whole playthrough as short as humanly possible. Oh my goodness! Like I'm gonna if I do this, I'm gonna dedicate a whole section to the prologue, me getting started up. Whole section dedicated to Zora, Gerudo, Goron, and Rito. And then the finale, or actually no, there's another part, the Zonai Ruins part, and then the mid, or the mid battle, Zonai Ruins, and then the finale. So those are the big parts that I want to tackle in the game. Everything else is probably gonna get skimmed over. I can't say for sure. Okay, but first of all, what do you guys think of this Paper Mario so far? I mean, I've been talking a lot and I've only got this done. It's the Game & Watch, situation all over again. The Game and Ryu, or whatever. I guess a little bit of filler content to talk about while I do this is, my brief thoughts on the I'll say the Splatoon 3 side order and Peach game. So the side order looks really cool. I dig it. It kind of looks like it's turning into what they call a rogue. Is it rogue-like or light? Because there is a difference. It's some form of rogue game, meaning like there's a little bit of randomization in the level design. There's like an upgrade system. And it gets progressively harder, or stuff like that. And if you die, you start over, that kind of thing. At least those are the kinds of elements that we're all collectively kind of seeing, which is really cool. I think that's a really cool turn for side order, and Pearl as a partner following you and fighting alongside you. That's really cool. So that's my thoughts on side order. Peach game looks really cool. I think it's just called Princess Peach Showtime. And I didn't think that this game was gonna be like as charming as it looks, but it looks freaking awesome and adorable. And they got the whole stage play thing that Paper Mario kind of does, except like it's a little more into that kind of thing. Like she gets a bunch of costumes, and the costumes affect how she play. Like she's a detective, sword fighter, kung fu artist, chef. It's so cute. I freaking love this idea. This is so good. Don't think I'm gonna be recording that one though, but it looks like a fun time. So as of today, or rather, it is 5 o'clock in the morning. I am going to hopefully be receiving my Steam Deck. I finally ordered one. The biggest reason why I didn't want to get one for a while was because of the whole battery life thing, and then I heard that the screen doesn't even really hit HD. So yeah, just hearing about a console that plays like modern games but it can't hit HD, I'm just like, But then again, then I thought, oh well, the Switch in handheld mode pretty much is the same resolution, and it looks perfectly good to me. So I'm like, with that logic, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good. And then I'm like looking at comparisons at the ROG Ally. Oh my god. The people who think the ROG Ally is better than the Steam Deck. I don't even have the Steam Deck, and I know that the Steam Deck's better than the ROG Ally, just solely because it's an Asus product. I always believed that Asus was like a top brand, like crazy good, you know, like brand to choose for Windows products. And theoretically, yes, but I have an Asus laptop, and unfortunately I chose like one of the most expensive models. And I chose to do that for my side editing. It does not run Adobe Premiere good at all. If I'm editing on my laptop, it is just for trimming, and it struggles to even do that. Doing full edits is impossible on that thing. And it is a top of the line Asus product in terms of laptops, but it can run games very good. So yeah, there's that. It's battery life. Oh my god, its freaking battery life is the bane of my existence. I can't. So off of the Asus topic, that's why I don't really trust that brand anymore. I mean, I still love my laptop for what it is. It has 2 screens. That was actually the big seller for me. But other than that, I don't recommend Asus products, unfortunately, especially since they're not user friendly, nor are they cheap. So yeah. But the Steam Deck, I'm excited because I'm heavily getting into Steam games. All of a sudden, there's a huge Steam discount going on. I kind of went on a spending spree for a bunch of Sonic games. It is crazy. And I also found the Final Fantasy 13 games. I didn't know they were on Steam. I found that out today, and I was like, yes, I want to get those games. I only played the first one, but in hopes of me possibly ever beating a Final Fantasy game, I got the other 2 as well. But just the idea of getting another handheld system that can play games that the Nintendo Switch can't, I couldn't pass that up. And also, I was fortunate to get it 15% off because they were also having a sale on the deck. And that's crazy amazing. I got $50 off of that thing. I just need the FedEx driver to not screw me over, because there have been so many reports of Steam Deck stolen by the FedEx drivers. So I just kind of need that to not happen. Another big reason why I wanted to get a Steam Deck was to possibly dip my toes into the forbidden E word. And if you're wondering what the forbidden E word is, I'm only saying it's the forbidden E word because Nintendo might be watching. And if Nintendo's watching, then what are you doing here, honestly? Emulation. The word is emulation. Not pirated emulation, just emulation. Okay, that is it. There's a big difference. And there's just a lot of games that I really want to preserve. And also play not only on, like a better system, but on a handheld as well. There's like a lot of old PlayStation games I want to have emulated as well. So I'm gonna try and get that to work on the Steam Deck. Wish me luck. I've already emulated one game, and it was let's just say it was hell. I mean, getting it to work was actually the easy part. Getting the mods to work, not so much. But yeah, I'm excited. When I saw that, you could use the mouse pad to like play Wii games or whatever, I was like, Mario Galaxy, Super Paper Mario. Oh my god. Should I have picked a time to start drawing in the middle of the morning? Oh my god. I don't think the answer is yes. This was not a good time to start working on this picture. But on the Steam subject, there's a couple of Steam games that I got into that I'm really like kind of addicted to, and it's they're so cool. And one of them is already like very well known. It's Rivals of Aether, but the Steam version specifically has very easy to implement are very easy to download modded characters, and I've seen tons of videos of those for years and years, and it always looked like a fun time. And then I just didn't realize how easy it was to get those characters. Like, the game was literally made for the workshop characters, and I never knew that. And you know, I'm very new to Steam, so I just legitimately forgot about this game being on Steam, and you know, like, being able to, you know, play with those workshop characters is so fun. Oh my god, the developers of all those characters are super talented, and most of them feel balanced. Like, there's just a basic character of Mario, and he feels so good to control. Oh my goodness, once I figured out how his like jump mechanics worked, I am nuts with him. And it's like, it's like a modern day Melee, and you can, you know, like a casual Melee player like me can have fun wave dashing with it. Take your pills, take your chill pills, please. A casual Melee player like me, never played it competitively or whatever, mostly play Ultimate. So, but I, you know, had a really fun time just doing wave dashes and you know, crazy combos and stuff like that in that game, and you know, it makes me happy. So I'm really having fun time playing that game. I don't know if I'll ever play it for you guys, but if I do, it'll be with a friend, and probably my little brother. I don't know. I'll see. I thought this picture was going to be easier. I really did. I am kind of running out of topics very quickly. So what I might end up doing is finishing the rest of the picture off camera, and we'll just kind of get what we get out of it, I suppose. And I really have to apologize for that, because I usually do get most of the drawing done on camera, but it is very late. I chose a pretty bad time to get this done. Also, I just random question, like, I worked hard on my Metroid Prime videos. Where'd all of you go? That is my least successful video series, but I worked pretty hard on them, and they're fun. Like, why are you guys not watching them? Makes me sad. I mean, you don't have to like them, just, like, I don't know, check them out, please. I want to return to Metroid Prime, but with, you know, low view numbers like that, I don't know if I want to. Oh my god, this foot! Please! And another game that I was really getting into on Steam, and I just discovered it, like, I want to say 4 days ago, as of this recording, is it's a game called Friends vs. Friends, and I'll let you know that this video is not sponsored. I am not eligible for any sponsorship whatsoever. You know, this game caught me off guard. It really did. It's a first-person shooter game with a very retro pixel, like 3D style. Reminds me a lot of Sly Cooper, but it's got a card mechanic. Like, you're shooting the other player while also using cards, and the cards give you like items and abilities and stuff like this. It's crazy cool. It really is. And I'm usually in the know when it comes to games coming out, especially good games. I never heard anyone talk about this game. I just found it one day while I was Steam shopping, and it caught my eye, and I'm like, wait, what is this? It looks so colorful. And then I saw it and I was like, wait, there's cards here? And I have a weak point for games that implement cards, because I'm a big card game fanatic. So when I found that, I was like, oh, this looks so good. I like this. And you know, it's not balanced in the app. It's not balanced in the slightest. But that's what makes it really fun. Because any deck building games, there's let's just say I've watched my brother beat people in rounds that lasted around 3 seconds. You turn giant, you bring out the shotty, and then you go bam, and they're dead. and they're dead. Or turn giant and use the sniper, they're dead. Like if you land a headshot in your giant, it's a one shot, and the round's over. It's freaking fun. And funny. Oh my god, it's so freaking funny. I'm just shocked that I never heard of this game, and I need to get all my friends to play this game. It is so freaking fun. Game of the Year predictions. Okay. This one's harder than I thought. In my Tears of the Kingdom videos, obviously I had, you know, heart-shaped glasses covering my eyes at, you know, while I was recording. And if I ever get around to posting it, you'll see. But you know, I still really think that Tears of the Kingdom is an absolutely amazing game. Absolutely. Is the story kind of scrambled and yeah, the story is iffy. I feel like it's better than Breath of the Wild, but Breath of the Wild handled the open world version of the story very well. In my opinion, Tears of the Kingdom, not so much. I don't know. A lot of people have problems with the sages. The sages are still probably one of my favorite parts of the game. So, you know, fight me. But, you know, I still feel like Tears of the Kingdom is definitely a big contender for Game of the Year. I almost thought it was a shoo-in. But I do think games like, you know, most of these games aren't games that I've played, but there is massive competition this year. And I do mean massive. We got Final Fantasy 16. We got Baldur's Gate 3. We got Starfield. Absolutely insane game drops. And we got, on the Nintendo and Sega side, we got Mario Wonder, Pikmin 4. Although as much as of a Pikmin fan that I am, I would genuinely be shocked if Pikmin 4 got Game of the Year, even if it probably deserves to be at least recognized somewhere in the Game Awards. I want Pikmin 4 to show up in some form. And then you got Sonic Superstars. I'm sure that game's going to be a great, fun time. I don't know if games like Mario RPG, like remakes, I don't know if remakes ever make it into Game of the Year. I don't think so. I'd be surprised. But the competition's absolutely insane. I want to say that if there is a game that has the highest chance, it's probably Tears of the Kingdom. And that's the only thing that I have to go off of. I have not played any of the other games. All of those are way too rated M for me. I can play rated M games. I just don't like when they get like really suggestive and graphic and stuff like that. So those are the type of rated M games I stay away from. And unfortunately, I was heavily attracted to Final Fantasy 16, but I unless I have to get over it, I'm not going to be able to play that game. And I'm sorry if I seem like, like a wuss, or like, I don't know. It's not really about that. It's just something I don't like to be a part of. It's not something that I like to put into my head. But I'm very positive that they are very good games, nonetheless, even if I haven't played them. So there is that. But my money is going to be on Tears of the Kingdom. Or at least that's all that I really have to go off of. Okay, so this is kind of disappointing for all the work that I got done, and I did a lot of talking, and I think talking and drawing is hard. This is all I've got done. I still got like 6 more partners to draw. I'm gonna use this section of the video just to talk about something about me, I suppose. One thing that I was asked to talk about was, just music related stuff. In terms of music, I do lots of it. I write my own music, although it's very here and there. It's not very often, but I do music composition to an extent, and I also play the piano, and I used to be in a choir, so I do sing as well. The thing is, I always thought, you know, I could probably do some music related videos. Like I don't know, maybe I could do like an a cappella version of a song or something like that. But then there's always that copyright problem that I can't figure it out. I can't figure out how to deal with that stuff, and I don't want to have it be a problem in the future. So trying to keep everything uncopyright striked, I suppose. So if I'm going to do anything music related on the channel, it's going to have to probably be original. Probably. Okay, I'm trying to draw Coops, but like make it look like he's excited. But I don't know if it's like coming out good. But when it comes to music composition, I'm better at doing it like on a virtual device that like plays the music for me. I can, you know, theoretically do it on the piano, but I feel like I kind of suck at that. It's just a much faster process to, you know, like immediately hear what it sounds like on, you know, like a computer or something. I actually if you watch my my good friend Pillbug MC, the Minecraft YouTuber that I introduced in my last art video, the theme that you hear in all of his videos was actually a song that I made that was made by me. It was a song I made a while ago, like a few years ago actually, and I call that song "Dance of the Pillbugs." So when you have a chance, go check out his videos and you know, listen to the song. Tell me what you think. One of the songs that I am working on the piano, I finished writing it. I'm trying to learn how to play it. It's very hard. It's very hard to play. But my mom actually helped me put together the ending of that song. I felt like I finished it a long time ago, but you know, after trying to rewrite it, you know, I felt like I needed some changes, and my mom helped me with that. So she added some pretty neat stuff to it. So thank you, Mom. And all in all, I'm very surprised that I got this many subscribers this early. I'm borderline close to 50 subscribers now. I'm at 39 as we speak. But I want to do something special for when I hit 50. Not 50 years old. when I hit 50 subscribers. It's just crazy to think that, you know, after a year of work, I got seen by 7,500 people. This is the highest amount of views I've ever gotten in my life. It's probably gonna be like that for a while, honestly. It's crazy to think that, you know, something as simple as a reaction video to a childhood game, I didn't expect that kind of reaction. I'm gonna be honest. And be sure to stay tuned if you thought my 1,000-year door reaction was, you know, either over dramatic, overhyped, loud, I don't know, like any one of those, just wait till October 5th, because I am dropping another reaction video that happened a couple years ago for a certain spiky-haired, key-wielding Disney boy. Because I'm gonna be uploading that, and I'm picking October 5th because that's when it was revealed, and I wanted to do that last year, but I wasn't a YouTuber last year, so I've just been kind of waiting for this year to do that. Keep an eye on that, and be nice to me, please. My reaction is cringefully wholesomely cringe. I don't know. It's to me, I kind of cringe at it, but then like I watch it again, I'm like, yeah, that's justifiable. And then I watch it again, I'm like, it's cringe again. It keeps changing. I can't tell you how stoked I am. I can't tell you how stoked I am to see the Thousand Year Door remake exist. Obviously, you can see it in my initial reaction that I was obviously very excited. It's just it's way too hard to explain, and especially like, you know, in a casual conversation where people have like little to no context. Let's just say there's a big reason why people reacted to this announcement the way they did. There's a reason why this game's special, which is why I need you guys to buy it. Please buy this game. Oh, okay. And I guess I forgot to mention this part. So at the 50 subs part, if you guys have any ideas of what I could do, or, you know, like I could do a live stream, and if any of you guys actually would like to participate, please let me know. Because this is all brand new to me, and it's honestly it's okay if it's okay if we don't even really do anything. I might just I don't know, play something and call it the 50 sub special. I don't know. Could be literally that simple, or I could draw you guys a picture. I don't know. Leave a comment down below what you want, because I don't know what I want. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. This is all that I've got at the moment. I ran out of topics, unfortunately, but I got the first 3 characters done out of 8. Well, I mean, if I plan to do Peach and Bowser, that's even more. I don't know. But I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna have to come back to this. This might be the end of the video, but I will show you the end result when I finish the picture. But here's Mario, Goombella, and Koops for you. And I hope you look forward to future art videos like this one. And, you know, comment down below, like, certain topics, any questions. Maybe for the 50 subs we can do a Q&A. So if you want to do Q&A stuff for my next art video, or especially for like the 50 subs special video, if I'm to do one, please comment them down below. I think that's all I got for you guys. Sorry I wasn't able to finish the rest, but I'll obviously have it done by the time I post this, at least hopefully. And if you haven't already, please check out the hilarious reaction to the Thousand Year Door remake. It is worth the watch, according to 300 some people that, you know, gave it a like. So, and I hope you guys look forward to me playing the game when it comes out, and possibly Paper Mario 64, because apparently I'm a Paper Mario YouTuber now. Hope you guys have a good night. I'm going to go sleep now. Hope you don't mind. Just kidding. You guys have a great time, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
so much for playing my game.